So once we've done each of these are isometric drawings, what we then want to do is basically make this document here, which will then have an orthographic projection, which is the front, top and side, and a little isometric drawing of each piece. Now, I've got them all in one drawing here. Make sure you've saved it. I have recently, so make sure it's the most up-to-date version that you have there, all nice and saved. And we're going to click on design and then go to drawing from design. And it opens up another whole section of Fusion 360. So this could be a little bit confusing, but just bear with me and we'll make our way through this. We've labeled all of our blocks 1, 2, 6, which is good. That'll make it a bit easier for us. And so at the moment, it's just thinking, and there should be another little box open up here in a moment. So we'll see what it's doing. Design, drawing from design. I closed this little dialog box, so make sure you haven't got that closed, because that's what it was waiting for me to confirm. So with mine, I'm going to make it a landscape A4 drawing. The rest of that can stay the same. Then once you press OK is when it starts to do its magic. So it's coming across. As with all things, let's look at saving this now. 6-piece puzzle. Let's call this orthographic drawing. And it's going to go into that folder that we created, because it's the most recent thing that we've done. Now, for this particular activity, I'm happy to get rid of that dialog box. All I just want to see is that page. And now we want to bring in our drawing. So you'll see here, there's a great big long line of all of our drawings. And so the scale that it's suggesting we do is 1 to 20. And that is tiny. I don't like it. We're actually going to go 1 to 2. I get a bit upset with this and say, well, we can't fit on an A4 piece of paper, but that is fine. What I'll do, we click. It's just thinking. We say OK. And there it's brought in all of our drawings. But again, what we can do, for the first one, we just want block 1. So I'm going to turn off the eyesight of all the other blocks, leaving me with 2y. We can work that out later, I hope. If you've had that problem, we're going to need to go back to our drawings and work out why that is. So potentially body 1. Alright, so I've got a body inside the body. So we've found that. Hopefully you don't have that problem. But here is our block 1. Now remember, block 1 is just a straight block that you're going to have to chamfer the edges of. So this will be a very, very simple drawing. So I'm going to place this, can be my front, top, side. We'll have a look. We double click on this. This is my front view. So my front view should be a bit further down. Now you can have different settings here. We'll look at those in just a moment. But that's going to be the front view, a bit towards the bottom of the page. Across the top here, we have the projected views. So this is now my parent view. I'm going to have a top view. I'm going to have an end view. And then up at an angle, I'll have my isometric view. And there we have the drawings that we want. I'm going to get that letter D. Let's go from the edge to the edge. Now, it might be best to zoom in a bit here. Dimension tool. I'll be right on that edge piece. To not that, but to that piece. Or zoom out, and we're going to go 180. I can then say from there to there. And there really isn't too much that we need here. Dimension. We want them to line up as well, so that should be coming out. Seems to be causing me some grief there. That's fine. Look, if you wanted to, you could say that's your chamfer it too, but I'm not going to bother. So that would be my first page. Wonderful. We could look at inserting some text and calling it block 1, which we will need to do actually. So let's go to the top of here, and we're going to write block 1, and the height of that text is 3.5 mil, which is pretty small. So let's make it 12. Alright, let's bring it down to 8. But bold. There we go. Close. Oh, yeah, no, it's all pretty small. Alright, that's fine. Now we're going to go to our next page. So this is where it just gets a bit repetitive, but we're going to bring in our base view, and again, there's all of them. We've gone to 1 to 20. So we're going to make it 1 to 2. It's going to take a moment. Or if you want, we can actually drop it. We'll drop it, and we'll call it 1 to 2. Tell it OK. We're going to look at turning off block 1, block 3, block 4, block 5, and block 6, leaving us with this block. Now double click, brings up that dialog box. This is the front view. So the front view is going to be a bit towards the bottom. Close that. We can move that. Once we've closed that dialog box, we go to projected view, click on it. There's my top view, there's my end view, and there's my isometric projection. So drop that across, next page, click it in, change 1 to 20, tell it OK. We'll turn off 1 and 2, leave 3. Looks like I've left something in there again. So if I turn off all the bodies, no, there we go, block 3. Drop that down. Remember, we'll drop to the front view, grabbing this. There's my top view, there's my side view, there's my end view. Tick. Got some dimensioning work to do. So we'll do that all the way across. I'll just quickly do that now. Turn off bodies. For some reason I've left something in bodies. And we're projecting. Alright, so we keep going. As you have all 6, you can then say export. We're going to export all the sheets. Might as well give me that open PDF when it's done. Call it the 6-piece puzzle. And once that is all done, you'll then have your 6 pages of every drawing with all of your blocks. For your teacher, I'll get you to make a point of putting in the text with your name as well. So you'll have to put it on every page. Your teacher might run through the activity of where you do insert the text box and the title blocks and things like that. For the purpose of this activity, that's all I need to see from you.